This is a very touchy subject, a subject that I always want to talk about, but I was a little afraid, to be honest with you, because people take the subject they're so sensitive about it, just like not eating animals. You know, when people know in their soul that something is wrong, but they're still doing it, they're going to resist you and they're going to make you the enemy. But it's okay. I'm not here to be completely loved by everyone. I'm here to bring truth. I'm here to bring awakening. And I'm here to kind of shift your mind a little bit and push your buttons a little bit too, because we need that right now. The fires in the Amazon have been really, really painful for me. I've been feeling this pain in my body from that part of the world. And the mother's been speaking to me a lot, especially the last week or two. It's difficult what's happening right now, and I feel like this is the fucking time to speak about this. I just want to say this first. I love children. I've been a nanny since I was myself 10 years old. I've been working with children since I was 10 years old. I love them so much, more than most people. Since I was a little girl, I always told everyone I never want to have kids. I just want to adopt all the kids that I can. I kind of had that knowing, and that just sense ever since I was a child myself, to not have children and to just adopt, because I felt like I'm a mother to everyone and I don't need to birth a child from my body to feel like a mother. Some women do. That's okay. But unfortunately, because the feminine in women have been so suppressed, the feminine essence have been so suppressed in women, many women are not actually connected to themselves. So they bring children from the wrong reason, with the wrong energy, with the wrong partner. Many wrong reasons to bring children. And most human beings are not ready to bring children. So I just want to give you 3 points to think about today, why we should stop having babies. Okay? So, and stay until the end of the video, because I will share a secret about myself and my own child. So number 1, a child is programmed from a very young age, like in his early years, the first few early years of his life, he's programmed for the rest of his life. So most people are not ready to raise a child in the right way for the child to be a full embodied human, with his full potential and power. So we are just creating more damaged people. We're creating another damaged generation because we're bringing our shit onto our children because we haven't done the work ourselves. And they have to solve the issues that we give them by themselves later on in their adult life, if they're lucky enough to find the tools to do that and the awareness and the community to do that. Most people are not. Most humans are just not ready and equipped emotionally and spiritually themselves to raise another human beings. They think that they are, but they're not. Just wanting a child doesn't make you ready to be a parent. Okay? I'm sorry, but this is an ugly truth. And you can resist me, but it is what it is. I've worked with so many children in my life, so many parents. I've seen amazing parents. I still do. But these are things that you should really consider, okay? Everyone, we have to start thinking about this stuff, because we're destroying our planet, we're destroying ourselves, and we're destroying another generation of children that are going to be born. I'm saying this because I love children, because I love them, and I see how much damage we cause them, okay? So having money or sending your kids to the best school, or dress them in the nicest clothes doesn't make you a fit parent. This is not enough. And just wanting a child is not enough. Are you mature enough yourself? Are you mentally, spiritually mature? Have you done enough shadow work on yourself? Have you worked on all your shit so you won't throw your shit on your kid? Do you have the tools to give this child all it needs on all levels, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Many think that they do, again, but they don't. And because most humans are so emotionally unhealed and traumatized from childhood, and they eat bad foods, they eat animals and use doctor-prescribed medications, and they live unhealthy life, and they have no spiritual capacity to see beyond this illusion of reality. They cannot see their child as a spiritual being coming here with even more tools that they have, coming here as their own teacher. So immediately when a child enters the world, what do? We give them vaccines. We give them bad foods. We think that we know better. Our job is to make sure they don't burn themselves with fire. But our job is to let them be the person that they want to be. Okay? And 90% of parents cannot do that. They just can't do that. They don't know how to do that because they still, again, it's not their fault. They haven't healed their own bullshit yet, and they're not ready. Number two, this is number two. Most humans do not know how to have real divine sex and have a divine union. This is why I teach sex magic, okay? The sexual energy and sexual fluids, which are transmuted through sex, are affecting and creating the child directly. It's in the DNA and energetic level, okay? The child is going to carry all the trauma, all the shit, physically and spiritually, all the negative emotions, all the low vibration that the parents have because they didn't cleanse and prepare for the sexual union. Most people just go and have sex. That's it. They're not having a child consciously. A child should call you. You should, to have a child, you need to hear their soul call you way before you actually have the physical child. There is a connection made there. You have to be conscious about bringing a child, not just having sex and, oh, I'm pregnant, let's just have the child, which most people do that. Be honest. Come on. So they don't know how to perform the union, and they, in most cases, never did shadow work again or enough self-healing to be ready to bring the soul into this realm in the best way for it. They're not preparing this solid ground, and the solid ground is the parents, is the father and the mother, both whole human beings preparing a world for this child to be who they are. So this is. And again, we can go deeper and deeper. I'm just giving you 3 major points. Number 3. You can see that I'm very emotional about this subject. I'm very touchy. Like, the 2 main reasons I'm on this planet is for animals and for children. And I want to see them free, and I want to see them happy and safe and loved. And this is my job, okay? So, number 3, we do not need more humans. Okay? A little baby is very cute, but it's going to grow up to be a human. And it's going to grow up mostly because the parents are unfit to have it. It's going to grow up to be a kind of fucked up human, okay? Who's not aware, who's not spiritually awakened. So this planet is overly populated with humans who have no respect for life itself. Most humans eat animals. They murder each other. They don't give a shit about anyone else. That is the number 1 cause, by the way, and eating animals, of climate change and environmental disasters. And they are just growing up, these kids, to be another asleep sheep that is feeding the dark system. That's what you send your kids to school. You're sending them into the dark system. There's so many things that we're doing to children that are destroying their essence and their power. If you do feel you are meant to be a parent, you can love any child. I'm sorry, but this is true. I got shit for this since I was a child. Like, when I was a little girl and I told this to my aunt and uncles, they laughed at me. They still do. Oh, you cannot have a child if he doesn't have your hair. Oh, you cannot love it if he doesn't have the color of your eyes. That is extremely selfish. Seriously, people. Listen to yourselves. Okay, adopt. You feel like you want to be a parent? Adopt. Okay, unless you hear the soul of your child, again, calling you, and you're consciously bringing this child through divine sexual union, which I teach in my sex magic school, because everyone just forgot how to have sex. We don't know how to have sex on this planet anymore. Don't have a child. Adopt. You can be an amazing parent. Adopt. There's so many children on this planet that don't have someone to hold them before they go to sleep. They need someone to tell them that you're safe, I love you, to read them a bedtime story, to cover them with a blanket, to give them food. There's so many children. Let's help the children that are already here. This is our job. So, all right. Now, kids today, another thing I want to say. So kids today are more spiritually developed, and more parents destroy their natural abilities and gifts from the get-go, We destroy them. We destroy their energy. Most people damage their children more than they can even grasp. More humans don't know how to allow a child to be who they were born to be and help them develop their natural abilities. Okay, again, we give them vaccines. We tell them no about everything. We send them to a school that destroys them, their spiritual capacity, instead of allowing them to be free to explore who they really are. We're just creating more humans to feed the system, more humans to this prison. That's what we're doing. That's all we're doing. And instead of, like, if you want to bring a child, do it. Wake up first and then bring a child, and then know how to raise that child so it will be an awakened, free human being. That human being is going to change consciousness and awaken the world, not be another sheep for the system. What's the fucking point? Yeah, I know you've never seen me this upset. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm very sensitive about this subject. So we bombard these children with poison, which we call vaccines, like I said before. Feed them horrific animal products, which lowers their vibration completely. It destroys their connection to source. We're just allowing our children to participate in a dark magic ritual, feeding them dead flesh of animals. And again, it destroys their powers. Most parents have not healed their own childhood traumas, and they mostly unconsciously, they're not doing it consciously, it's not like you're doing it on purpose, transfer them into their children. I mean, we must wake up and ask ourselves why we want a child. If you feel like you want a child right now, ask yourself why and be very freaking honest with yourself. Most women, I know so many women who, if they're really honest with themselves, they don't want to have a child, but they had children because that's what they should do, because society expects them to have a child, because they should get married and have a baby. No, there are a lot of women who are here to do other work on this planet, who are here to empower just anything. This is not where you're meant to be. We're not in the Handmaid's Tale yet, but we will be soon, probably, if we continue this way. Handmaid's Tale is my favorite book and show, probably. You have to watch it. It's very similar to the book I'm writing, actually. That's why I freaking love that. I just love that story because it's genius. All right. So if humans are awakened and truly honest with themselves, most people will admit that they don't really want children. But the truth is very difficult to admit. I know, especially if you're unaware and unconscious and you live in a society and family around you that are also all asleep. Many people do this for fear or selfish reasons, like having a baby with their own eyes and hair, which I've heard millions of times in my life. You have no idea. And every time a woman said that to me, I wanted to punch her face. Oh my God. Or to have someone take care of them when they're older. I've heard women say that too. I'm having children so they can take care of me when I'm old. These are not reasons to have a child. Okay? All right. A child must choose and call the parents in the right time. It is like a calling. It is like a soul calling. A true parent will feel the child and hear it coming even before it arrives. My child, this is the secret I promised to share with you. My child, I don't have babies, no. But my child has been speaking to me through another dimension, another timeline. I don't really know where she's speaking through me. I see her, I speak to her. She's always in the same age, kind of the same vibe, the same energy. She's been speaking through me for years, just years. I don't even know how many years exactly, but years now. I even have a tattoo of her name right here, in my, I can show you. So you believe me? I don't know if you see that. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can see that. Anyway, that's my daughter's name in Hebrew, Ella, which means goddess as well. She picked her name. I didn't pick her name. That's another thing parents do. Pick the name of their child. A child needs to pick its own path. But that's for another video. So even me, who have been raising children since I was 10, I feel like I'm an expert in raising children at this point. But I don't even feel like I'm ready for her. Even though she speaks through me, like she's with me all the time. She guides me. She saved my life so many times. I told you about the times I wanted to kill myself in the past, and knowing that one day I will find her and giver, home, and love, kept me on this planet. She helped me, and having her spirit guiding me helps me ground and focus on my life and my life mission. So yeah, guys, yeah, we're not all meant to be like physical parents. We can be parents for projects we're doing. We can be parents for the planet. We can be parents for animals. We can be parents for children we adopt. We can be parents for ourselves, first of all. We have to be the parents that we never had. Okay, that or I mean, most of us had parents, but you know, even my mom, and I love her to death. Like she was not perfect. No parent is perfect. She damaged me a lot. My dad damaged me a lot, but it doesn't matter. So I am taking the responsibility and over my own shit. I'm not blaming them anymore, but I'm aware that I'm not ready to bring another soul into this world, or to even adopt another soul yet. I wanna create a stable ground for them to flourish. So yeah, guys, I hope the fires in the Amazon will stop soon. Give your blood to the earth, great sisters, and give your power back to the earth now. It needs it more than ever. And pray for all the safety of our beautiful planet, and all the animals and all the children. And I wish that all children will be free, and they will come here to really explore and be who they are, and all children to be safe and loved. There's too much shit we're doing to them. Okay, so I love you so much. I'm sorry I was overly emotional today, but I feel like, you know, this is me, and this is what I wanted to express right now. I love you so much. I'm a servant of the Mother, and I pray for the awakening of all men, women, and children on planet Earth. Thank you.